to Mama Tando's isiZulu classroom, where learning isiZulu is fun. isiZulu simnandi. Mina ngingumama uThando. Wena ungubani? Ngiyajabula ukukwazi. Mngani, let's greet all our friends around the world with the Sawubona song. Sawubona, sawubona, unjani mngani? Sondela hlala phansi, sifunde mngani. Mngani, unjani? Unjani? Well, just hold that thought. Let's sing imizwa yethu. Then we can tell each other how we are feeling this morning. Imizwa yethu. Imizwa yethu. Mina nginemizwa, wena unemizwa, yena unemizwa, bona banemizwa, sonke sinemizwa. Mina nginjani, ngabe ngiyaphila, ngabe ngidumele, ngabe ngikhathele, ngabe nginjani. Mina ngiyaphila, ngabe wena njani, ngabe uyaphila, ngabe uyagula, ngabe ujabule. Wena uyaphila, yena unjani. Ngabe udangele, ngabe ukhathele, ngabe unene. Yena uyaphila, bona banjani. Ngabe bayaphila, ngabe bayakhala, ngabe bathokozile. Bona bayaphila, thina sinjani. Ngabe siyaphila, ngabe sineme, ngabe sijabule. Thina sijabule, thina sijabule. I'll ask that question again, mngani. Unjani? Oh, ngiyabonga ukungazisa. Mina ngiyagodola. Ngiyagodola. Oh, mngani, hayi cha. Liyabanda izulu namhlanje. Mngani, you heard me earlier when I introduced myself. I said, ngingumama uThando. That's different from igama lami umama uThando. That is, my name is Mama uThando. But namhlanje, today, I said, ngingumama uThando. That is, I am Mama uThando. And so, you can also introduce yourself the same way and say, I am Mngani. Well, yes, you are a friend, but you don't have to call yourself friend. So you can then say your name, say Ngingu, and then your name. Now let's do that all over again. Ngingumama uThando. Ungubani? Ngiyajabula ukukwazi. Now, that's how that is done, mngani. And now also remember, we always say, ngiyajabula ukukwazi. I'm happy to meet you, pleased to meet you, pleased to make your acquaintance. So, it's also just a polite thing to do, right? Now, mngani, let's go through the days of the week in isiZulu. Izinsuku zesonto. We've been learning izinsuku zesonto for weeks and weeks and weeks now. And so I know that you know the order they come in and you can pronounce them. But let's also make sure that everybody can pronounce them and say them in the normal speaking pace. So not slow like we would do when we are learning something new we haven't heard before, but in the normal way that people speak. Now, we will go through each and every one of the days of the week. I will ask you to repeat each day after me. Please, Mngani, make sure that you try as much as you can to say the word in a normal pace. So, how do you know what is a normal pace? Just copy me. That's the one class that you get to copy something, and you're allowed and encouraged to copy someone. So, yes, copy me, Mngani. Let's go. Isonto, umsombuluko, uLwesibili, uLwesithathu, uLwesine, uLwesihlanu, uMgqibelo. You did absolutely great saying those days of the week in isiZulu, Mngani. Now, let's sing the days of the week. I'm going to put Komba down, Komba hlala phansi. Now, Mngani, I need my hands free because in this song, you can clap your hands, snap your fingers, stomp your feet, chigiza, whatever you feel like doing, Mngani, as long as you are saying the days of the week and memorizing them. And also remember to have fun while doing it. Now let's get started, Mngani. Izinsuku, 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 izinsuku. Isonto, umsombuluko, lwesibili, uLwesithathu, lwesine, uLwesihlanu, kube uMgqibelo. Izinsuku, 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 izinsuku. Wonderful, Mngani. That was really wonderful. Now, Mngani, I would like to ask you, uLwesingaki namhlanje? Yebo, Mngani, umsombuluko. BekuwuLwesingaki izolo? That's correct, Mngani. BekuwuLwesingaki kuThangi? Yebo, Mngani, bekuwuMgqibelo. Kuzobe kuwuLwesingaki kusasa? Yebo, Mngani. Mngani, you answered those questions so well. Let's go over the answers together. Repeat after me. Namhlanje umsombuluko. That is very, very good, Mngani. Umsombuluko namhlanje. Umsombuluko, umsombuluko, umsombuluko namhlanje. Umsombuluko, umsombuluko, umsombuluko namhlanje. Yebo, Mngani, umsombuluko namhlanje. Izolo, yesterday. What day was it yesterday? Izolo bekuyisonto. Repeat that after me, Mngani. Very, very good, Mngani. kuThangi, the day before yesterday. What day was it? Repeat this after me. kuThangi, bekuwumgqibelo. Very, very good, mngani. And kusasa kuzobe kuwuLwesingaki. What day will it be tomorrow? Kusasa kuzobe kuwuLwesibili. Repeat that, mngani. Very, very good, mngani. You are so amazing. Now, let's just remember something very important about the days of the week. The days of the week all start with vowels, onkamisa, vowels. But when we are now telling what day of the week it is in a sentence, we see that before each of those vowels there is a consonant, ungwaqa. If the day of the week starts with a U, U, then we have a W. If the day of the week starts with an I, then we say Y. Before that I. Why do we do that, mngani? Here we are just saying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But this side we are saying is Monday, is Sunday. So today is Monday. That is very important in the sentence. If we don't have is, the sentence would sound so weird. Listen to this. Today, Monday. I know, right? Sounds terrible. So, even in isiZulu, we must have that before the actual day of the week. And so that helps us to actually say that, to say today is Monday. Namhlanje wumsombuluko. Even if it was Sunday today, we would still say namhlanje yisonto. We wouldn't say namhlanje isonto. No, we don't say that. So mngani, please always remember that when you say sentences, make sentences in isiZulu, we must make sure that the grammar is correct so that we are understood by people that we are speaking to, and also when we are listening to other people speaking isiZulu, that we understand them as well. Now, you did really, really great with these questions of mine. Now, mngani, I would like to know what the weather is today. Linjani, linjani, izulu namhlanje, liyabanda, liyashisa, linjani namhlanje, linjani izulu namhlanje. Mngani, go and look out the window at your place or at school, wherever you are, and see what the weather is like, and come back and tell me. Don't worry, I'll be right here waiting for you. Linjani, linjani, izulu namhlanje, liyabanda, liyashisa, linjani namhlanje. Hawu mngani usubuyile. Linjani izulu namhlanje? Oh mngani, you have such wonderful weather. Well, I would like us to see what the weather is like here where Mama Tando's isiZulu classroom is. So, to do that, let's call the imaginary window so we can see outside. Let's call the imaginary window together. We will say, imaginary window, woza. Now let's go. Imaginary window, woza. Ngiyabonga mngani. Let's ask the imaginary window if we can see outside. Let's say it together. Imaginary window, ngicela ukubona emnyango. Ooh, look at that. Shoo, mngani. Doesn't look good out there. Look at my poor sad looking tree. And no flowers. Oh, so sad. Okay, let's say bye to the imaginary window so we can continue with our lesson. Now, remember, the imaginary window is the one who is going. We are staying. So, what are we going to say to the imaginary window? Yebo, we will say hamba kahle. Hamba kahle, imaginary window. Let's say it together, mngani. Hamba kahle, imaginary window. Ngiyabonga mngani. Now, mngani, we saw outside didn't look good. The tree looked sad, like this one. And there were no flowers, because, well, my flowers are really summertime flowers. And did you see that a little bit of my grass looked a bit not so pretty, not so green? Not so pretty at all. Now, mngani, what does that tell us? What season is it? A season in isiZulu is isikhathi sonyaka. Isikhathi sonyaka. So, the season we are in is ubusika. Repeat that after me, mngani. Ubusika. Please make sure, mngani, that B, you pronounce it. Make it nice and soft. It mustn't come out as B, but it must come out as B, B, B. Now, let's say that again. Ubusika. Very good, mngani. That is winter in isiZulu. Now, mngani, I would like us to now talk about what the weather is like today. It is cold. We always say that when we sing, we say linjani izulu namhlanje. What's the weather like today? Liyabanda, it's cold. Liyashisa, it's hot. Linjani izulu namhlanje. What's the weather like today? Liyabanda is it is cold. Liyabanda. Repeat that after me, mngani. Very, very good. Now, let's say the full sentence. Today, the weather is cold. Namhlanje, izulu liyabanda. Repeat that after me, mngani. Namhlanje, izulu liyabanda. Very, very good, mngani. Now, earlier, when I was telling you how I'm feeling, I said, ngiyagodola. 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 I am feeling cold. That's very different from saying liyabanda. Banda is the verb cold in isiZulu. So if you're talking about the freezer or the fridge or ice cream, we could say banda, that very word, banda. We can say the fridge is cold. Ifriji liyabanda. But when we are talking about a person, we then say the person is feeling cold. I am feeling cold. Ngiyagodola, which is a different verb altogether from banda. We are saying godola. Godola, that is to feel cold. So a person feels cold. Godola. The weather and objects, things, we can say banda. Now, let me say that again and say, I am feeling cold. Ngiyagodola. Repeat that after me, mngani. Ngiyagodola. Very, very good, mngani. Now, mngani, that we know what the weather is like outside, I think let's call Andy. Check on him, see if he is dressed right for today's weather. Now, remember to say come in isiZulu. We say woza. So we are going to say Andile woza. Help me to call Andile. Andile woza. Ngiyabonga mngani. Oh, sawubona Andile. Unjani? Ayi nami ngiyaphila. Hayi, abangani bafuna ukwazi ukuthi ugqoke ngendlela na. Mngani, look at what Andile is wearing. And let's see, is he dressed right for today's weather? Okay, let's do it together. Now, let's start from head all the way down to his toes. Andile is wearing a blue hat. And Andile is wearing a red scarf. Andile is wearing a blue jacket. Andile is wearing red trousers. And Andile is wearing brown boots. Now, mngani, let's say all of those in isiZulu. We are answering the question, ugqokeni u-Andile? What is Andile wearing? Now, mngani, how do we say Andile is wearing? We haven't said the thing he's wearing yet. We just want to say the sentence. Andile is wearing. That is correct, mngani. We will say u-Andile ugqoke, and then we'll say whatever he's wearing. Let's start with the hat. A hat in isiZulu is isigqoko. 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 It is that same GQ sound that we say when we say umgqibelo, Saturday. Now, let's say that together. Isigqoko. Very good, mngani. Now, let's describe the hat and say a blue hat. The word isigqoko starts with isi, I-S-I. And whenever we describe a noun that starts with isi, the adjective will start with esi. Very good, mngani. Now, mngani, let's say that first sentence. U-Andile ugqoke isigqoko esiluhlaza okwesibhakabhaka. Repeat that after me, mngani. Very, very good, mngani. Now, the next thing is a scarf. The word scarf in isiZulu, we borrow it from English and we say isikhafu. Isikhafu. Repeat that after me, mngani. Isikhafu. Very good, mngani. Now let's describe it and say a red scarf. That's correct, mngani. Isikhafu esibomvu. Now I believe you can make the whole sentence by yourself and say Andile is wearing a red scarf. Good job, mngani. That is correct. U-Andile ugqoke isikhafu esibomvu. Very, very good, mngani. The next thing the jacket. Now, the correct word is ibhantshi. Ibhantshi. Repeat that after me, mngani. Ibhantshi. Very good, mngani. That's the correct word for it, a jacket. And if we want to describe a blue jacket, we would say ibhantshi eliluhlaza okwesibhakabhaka. But now I want to teach you another way that we say a jacket in isiZulu. Now this one is funny because it's like speaking English, but I want you to know it because a lot of people use this word. They don't really use the word ibhantshi. You'll probably only hear that at school and only at school. So I want you to know both. All we do is simply add an I before jacket, like this. I-jacket. Did you hear that? I-jacket. That's it. Now, then, let us make a full sentence. I will make the one that says ibhantshi, and I would ask you to make the one that uses the word i-jacket. Now, I'll start. U-Andile ugqoke ibhantshi eliluhlaza okwesibhakabhaka. Now, you make the other one with the word jacket, i-jacket. That's correct, mngani. That's it. U-Andile ugqoke i-jacket eluhlaza okwesibhakabhaka. Very, very good, mngani. Now let's move on to the trousers. Let's say Andile is wearing red trousers. U-Andile ugqoke ibhulukwe elibomvu. Repeat that after me, mngani. U-Andile ugqoke ibhulukwe elibomvu. Very, very good, mngani. And lastly, his shoes. Andile is wearing brown boots. Boots in isiZulu are borrowed from English and we say amabhuzu. Repeat that after me, mngani. Amabhuzu. Very good. Now, let's say that Andile is wearing brown boots. U-Andile ugqoke amabhuzu ansundu. Repeat that after me, mngani. U-Andile ugqoke amabhuzu ansundu. Yeah, mngani, that was really, really good. Now, let us move on to the next part of our board. The sound of this week is made by these two letters together, the G and the C. We've already learned the sound from the letter C. We learned the sounds made by the letters N and C together. Then we learned the sound made by the letters C and H together. And now we are learning the sound from the letters G and C together. And that, Ngani, I'm coming closer to your screen so you can see my lips as well as you possibly can. Ngani, do you see that my tongue kind of peeps a little bit out of my mouth, just between the two, the bottom teeth and the top teeth. Now, I'll make that sound again. Now, Mngani, this is what I would like you to do. Put your tongue forward between the bottom teeth and the top teeth. Make sure the tongue is not actually sticking out too much, just tiny, teeny weensy bit. And then make your tongue kind of strong and stiff a bit. And now you need to pull it back and down. Don't pull it back far. Just pull it back just a little bit. Pull it back and down quickly. Now let's make this sound with all onkamisa. A, E, I, O, U. I will say them all, 5 of them, by myself, and then I'll ask you to repeat after me. Ka, Kai, Kui, Ko, Tu. Now I'll ask you to repeat after me. Ka, Kai, Kui, Ko, Tu. Very, very good, Mngani. It is one of those challenging sounds to learn, but you will get a hang of it really soon. Now let's say a couple of words that have this sound. 2 words. Both of them are verbs. The first one means to just loiter around, just, be up and down with no purpose whatsoever, just loitering. Galuza, galuza, galuza. Repeat that after me, Mngani. Galuza. Very, very good, Mngani. So, remember, it means to loiter around. So, if you are in class now and I say, Galuza, you must just get up and walk around aimlessly. Okay, I'm not going to do that to you. Now, Galuza is to loiter. And then the next word, Qina, that is to end. So you end doing something. Now pay attention to this, Mngani. I'm not saying to stop doing something. I'm saying to end. So to finish, end, but not stop. So here it is. Qina, qina, qina. Repeat that after me, Mngani. Qina. Very good, Mngani. I had a friend when I was little, and my friend's name was Qina. And the reason she was named Qina was because she was the last born in her family. And so you end doing something, you finish. So the last one to be born, Qina. Now, Mngani, pay attention to those different sounds. That we've got C, which is ula, ula, sing. We've got NC, incwadi. We've got CH, iqhashaza, a dot, iqhashaza. Then we've got GC, qina. Practice the different sounds with C in them so that you can tell each one apart. Now we move on to the next part, which is the number of the week. Inombolo yaleli sonto. Now, the number is the number 1. Kunye. Let's all say the number 1. It's kind of funny because we all know it. Kunye. Now, mngani, I'm going to teach you something a little weird sounding. When we count objects and we say there are 8 balls, we say amabhola ayisishiyagalombili. We have the word 8 there. We see it. There it is, 8. If we count something and we say 2 balloons, amabhalunde amabili. We have the number 2 there. Even though it's not the whole number 2 with the prefix ku, kubili, but we still have the number 2 there and we can see it, bili. But when we count objects and say 1 of this and 1 of that, we don't use the number 1. We use a different word all together. Yewungan. We say dua. Dua. Repeat that after me. Dua. There you go, Ngan. Now, when we say our numbers, we will never say dua. Kubili, kutatu, kune, no. We will always say kunye, kubili, kutatu, and so on. But when we count things, we will say dua for the number 1. Now, let's look at the pictures we have here next to me. We have 1 person. A person in isiZulu is umuntu. That's correct. Now we want to say 1 person. Now, mngani, we know in isiZulu, when we describe things, our sentence will start with the noun followed by the adjective, which in this case is a number. So we'll start our sentence now and say umuntu. Now we want to say 1, because we want to say 1 person here. Now, whenever we describe a noun that starts with and umu, whichever one of those two, that noun's adjective will start with o. Always, mngani, always. Now, here is 1 person in isiZulu. Umuntu oyedwa. Umuntu oyedwa. Umuntu oyedwa. Repeat that after me, mngani. Very good, mngani. Umuntu oyedwa, 1 person. But mngani, you learned that when you describe, for example, you say a brown person, it starts with right? So umuntu, and then you want to say a brown one. So you're going to say onsundu, because the adjective will start with o. So how come now we have that ye when we said oyedwa, 1, oyedwa? That is what we do with the number 1. So when it's 1 person, it will be oye and then that dwa. You will see it with other nouns as well, that we have this extra syllable. Now, you'll get used to it. I will teach you over and over and you'll get used to it. Now, let's see. Oh, we have umfundi, a student. 1 student. Umfundi is a student. Now, can you finish the sentence and say 1 student? NgesiZulu. That is correct, mngani. Umfundi oyedwa. Umfundi oyedwa. Repeat that after me. Umfundi oyedwa. Very good, mngani. Oh, a friend. One friend. Umngani oyedwa. Repeat that after me, mngani. Umngani oyedwa. Yebo, mngani. Let's see the next one. Oh, a singer. This one is Umbongeni Ngema. Umbongeni Ngema. A wonderful singer. Now, a singer in isiZulu is umculi. Umculi. Now let's say one singer. Umculi oyedwa. Repeat that after me. Umculi oyedwa. Very good, mngani. That was really, really great. Now, moving on, mngani. Now, mngani, look at this cute doggy. I know, it's so cute, isn't it? Yeah. Now, I would like you to describe the dog to me. We'll do this the whole week, describing this dog. So, I would like you to tell me what you see. The question, what do you see, is ubonani. 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 Very good. So that's what do you see? So look at the picture of the dog now and tell me, what do you see? Legs, right? And 4 legs. Yeah, 4 legs. Now, let's say I see 4 legs. To say I see, we'll say this. Ngibona. 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 Repeat that after me. Ngibona. Very good, mngani. Now let's say I see 4 legs. What did you say, mngani? That is correct. Ngibona imilenze emine. That's correct, mngani. Let's all say it together. Ngibona imilenze emine. Very, very good, mngani. Great job. Ungahamba manje Phuthuma. Okay, my dog is leaving now. Now, mngani, I would like you to learn this word today. Ukhokho. 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 Be careful there not to say ko. Ukhokho. Very good, mngani. That is a great grandparent. It doesn't matter whether it's a great grandfather or a great grandmother. It's the same word. Ukhokho. Ukhokho. Now, let's make a sentence about ukhokho. Ukhokho ufunda incwadi. Great grandma or great grandpa is reading a book. Repeat this after me. Ukhokho ufunda incwadi. Very good, mngani. That is a word I would like you to learn today and practice it over and over and over. Now, Ngani, moving on to the number of the day. The number of the day is 20. 20. And that in isiZulu is amashumi amabili. Amashumi amabili. Repeat that after me, Mngani. Amashumi amabili. That is 20. Mngani, we see part of these two words. We see words that we know. Shumi and bili. Shumi, that amashumi is plural. Its singular is ishumi. That's 110. 10. Ishumi. But more tens, so maybe 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, amashumi. Tens, amashumi. Now we want to say 2 tens. So which means we are describing the tens and we are saying how many they are. So of course this is in isiZulu. In English we said 2 tens. We started with the adjective, the number, and we followed with the noun, tens. Now in isiZulu, of course, it's the other way around. We are going to start with the noun, amashumi, and follow that with the number. Now, the number we are describing these amashumi is 2. Now, this is what we do. Whenever a word starts with ama, the adjective is going to start with a. Amashumi amabili. Amashumi amabili. That's 2 tens. Repeat that after me, Mngani. Amashumi amabili. That is 20 in isiZulu. Oh, do you see? There are 20 ducks walking right across the classroom. Amadada angamashumi amabili. Pay attention to that, Mngani. Amadada angamashumi amabili. Did you hear that, Mngani? That the number started with anga. Now, let's explain that. The noun here is amadada, ducks. And the number is 20, amashumi amabili. Now, what are you left with there? We are left with that ng, the ng, and we are left with that a at the beginning of the number. That a is the prefix for the adjective. The noun starts with ama, and so its adjective is going to start with a. And then we have that ng. That ng is what is helping us here now to say, describe the noun, amadada. So we'll always have this ng sound as we describe things that we are saying they are 20 of this or 30 of this or 39 of that. We are always going to have that ng right after the prefix of the adjective. So let's practice using it. We'll do that this whole week. So here we are. Amadada angamashumi amabili. Repeat that after me, Mngani. Amadada angamashumi amabili. Very, very good, mngani. That is 20 ducks. Have a look at that. 20 loaves of bread. Bread in isiZulu is isinkwa. So loaves of bread or breads, izinkwa. Izinkwa. Now, we want to say 20 breads. Now, we are going to say it like this. Let's think about it. We are describing a noun that starts with izi. Izinkwa. And whenever we describe a noun that starts with easy, its adjective will start with ezi. But before we say the number, there's something that goes before it. It's the ng. ng. Now we can add our number. Amashumi amabili. Now let's say the whole sentence, kind of long. Izinkwa ezingamashumi amabili. Repeat that after me, mngani. Izinkwa ezingamashumi amabili. Very, very good, mngani. Always remember, when you are reading a word that is long or a sentence that's long, take your time and point to each and every syllable so that you give yourself enough time to read each syllable and also pronounce the word correctly. Now, moving on, mngani, to the end of our lesson. Before you go though, I think we have some time to just stretch and move our bodies. Yeah? Let's do that, mngani. Sukuma. Shaya izandla. Shona phansi. Phezulu. Eceleni. Jikeleza. Jikeleza. Eceleni. Gijima. Zilule. Shaya izandla. Thumba kabili. Eceleni. Shona phansi. Phezulu. Shaya izandla. Zilule. Jikeleza. Jikeleza. Shaya izandla. Eceleni. Jikiza. Jikiza. Eceleni. Shona phansi. Phezulu. Shaya izandla. Thumba kabili. Eceleni. Shona phansi. Phezulu. Eceleni. Zilule. Zilule. Phefumula. Phefumula. Hlala phansi. Oh, mngani, we had such a great lesson. We learned quite a lot of new things, but we were doing great at it, and we are still going to learn more and more and more until we know those new things well. Mngani, ngiyabonga. Ngizokubona kusasa. Sala kahle.